Let me begin today by apologizing in advance for the look and sound of the videos for the rest of the week. I am on vacation, but the news does not take a vacation, so we really don't get to either way. But that's okay, because there's still lots to discuss that happened over the last few days when I wasn't able to record, so let's get right into it. First and foremost, on Saturday evening, Donald Trump held another one of his little hate rallies in South Carolina, where he actually encouraged his supporters to, quote, lay down their lives in order to stop the teaching of critical race theory. Take a look at what Donald Trump told that hate-filled crowd in South Carolina. Here it is.
Anything. Getting critical race theory out of our schools is not just a matter of values, it's also a matter of national survival. We have no choice. The fate of any nation ultimately depends upon the willingness of its citizens to lay down, and they must do this, lay down their very lives to defend their country. If we allow the Marxists and communists and socialists to teach our children to hate America, there will be no one left to defend our flag or to protect our great country or its freedom. Just days ago.
Now, how is it that we as a country have allowed the dumbest people imaginable to be the ones that get to call the shots? Because honestly, that's the country we're living in today. 13 months ago, nobody in this country knew that critical race theory even existed except for a handful of academics, right? And now suddenly, every time we turn around, it's this big phobia. It's this big boogeyman monster that we're all supposed to be afraid of that, again, nobody really even knew existed 13 months ago. Yet this is what the Republican culture war has become today. You get these people riled up, and these are stupid people. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to be nice to them. These are all very stupid people. They don't know what critical race theory is. And we know that because they've admitted it. We have seen interviews, state after state, even politicians on the right can't tell you what it is. They just know they're against it. So again, very stupid people, but they have the loudest voices, and they're the ones who get to call the shots. So this thing that's not actually being taught in any public school in the United States of America is a thing that now Trump is asking his supporters to go and die to prevent from happening. Which again, technically, that's a very easy request. Like, you have to be willing to die to make sure this thing that's not happening doesn't happen. So nobody has to lay down their life for it. But that's also an explicit call for violence. That's how I read that. When you hear Donald Trump say those words, you have to be willing to lay down your life. To me, he's telling them go fight to the death. Just like on the January 6th Stop the Steal rally, where he said go fight like hell or you won't have a country anymore. I view that speech as absolutely no different than his January 6th speech. Same thing, slightly different words. Same call to action. And we saw what happened on that day. God only knows what those crazed idiots will do this time. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.